Hey guys, spiritual whistleblower here with another video. How are you guys doing? I'm having an awesome day. Indoors today, handling some projects because it is just, I don't know, to all my New Yorkers, it is stay warm. It is like disrespectfully cold outside. I went outside this morning for a few minutes and like my fingers were throbbing. They were in pain. That's how cold, freezing. So before I get into the video, because I am going to talk about how to dismantle gaslighting. I don't think anyone's talked about this in this community. If they have, let me know so I can give them their credit. I don't ever want to steal credit from anyone. However, I try to talk about things that people rarely discuss. And I want to talk about gaslighting and how to combat the gaslighting technique besides going no contact, because there are situations where it's not that easy to go no contact. Okay, so we're going to talk about that right now. For those of you that need phone coaching, I offer 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1-hour sessions, and I do in person and international. Click on the link below. You can schedule. There's a calendar. You don't have to pay everything up front. You can put 50% down to book an appointment later on. So if you want to book an appointment 2-3 weeks later, you definitely can by leaving a small deposit, guys. Thank you. I will pin the link down below. Now let's get into the topic here. I was just reflecting. I'm always reflecting. I'm always analyzing the behaviors of narcissists and how to either blindside them or beat them at their own game. Now, we all know no contact is at the top of the list. And I don't advise people playing games. You can't go tit for tat with a narc. It'll never work. You'll always lose. You always will have to bow out. However, if you're in a situation where you can't get away, for instance, if you're co-parenting, I think somebody might have touched on this topic or something similar, because it's not gray rocking. What I'm about to tell you, it's like gray rocking, but it's a little bit different. And I don't do gray rocking. Gray rocking is so fucking exhausting. Gray rocking is so, it's stressful. It's exhausting to have to you've got to kind of like, water yourself down in order to subdue the narcissist, if you know what I mean. I just don't do gray rocking. I 9 times out of 10, I just go straight no contact. But specifically in this video, I want to talk about gaslighting, because something that narcissists are very good at, and I don't know if you've watched this community, but right now, with narcissistic abuse being a hot trending topic, I mean, it's everywhere. You can't avoid it. It's all over social media. Everybody has a channel. Everybody's talking about it on TikTok, YouTube. Like, everybody knows about narcissism. And the dangerous thing now is that there are self-aware narcissists, even with channels, capitalizing off of narcissistic abuse. So everybody's trying to chip in and get what they can off the topic. And the bad thing is, the innocent people that are truly victims of narcissistic abuse are having a hard time distinguishing who to follow, who is real, who is not. So, people throw the word around really loosely, and they don't have the tools to really decipher who is real and who is fake. So what I was thinking of, and I've done this before, but when it comes to gaslighting, if you are a content creator, and you are spreading truth about narcissistic abuse, and you are a true, authentic empath, you are going to be constantly gaslit by trolls. The gaslighting right now is off the charts. That's why the Cardi B, Tasha K lawsuit, the defamation lawsuit, is such a huge trending topic right now, because so many content creators are victims of trolling. Trolls are nothing more than narcissists. They hate the fact that the content creator is exposing toxic behavior pertaining to narcissistic abuse. So the trolls come along. For example, let's talk about Kevin Samuels. He has a bunch of, his whole audience is misogynistic men and even women. There's women that are male identified that look up to him and follow him. There are women that will punish and abuse other women on behalf of him and his male audience. So these women who we call pick-me's, they're male identified. So anytime there's a content creator that speaks up on behalf of black women, because we know Kevin Samuels, he went viral for disrespecting and bullying a black woman on his platform. That's why he's where he's at. So that is his platform: destroy the black woman, mutilate and water down and tear down her value. And his whole audience is it's comprised of narcissists and sociopaths that destroy women. He has womanizers. That's his audience. Let's be real. His audience is nothing more than a bunch of womanizers and the women that support womanizers. So those types of men, like when I spoke out against Kevin Samuels last year, I had over like 4,000 comments of men. These are grown ass men attacking and ganging up on one woman. Can we talk about mental disorder? So narcissists are very triggered when you call them out for their behavior, and they become very bully-like. And what's going to happen, either you're going to have to turn into a bully and bully them right back. That's when they turn into victims. They gaslight and provoke until you scream on their ass and then they want to cry victim. Or you can totally abandon ship and go no contact. A lot of people prefer to go no contact. Gaslighting, though, here's another technique. And this is where I'm going, because this is not exactly gray rocking, but it's similar to gray rocking. So what I find is, I'll use myself. I know I'm not a narcissist. I've gone to therapy. I've been to therapy for the majority of my life. I've been clinically diagnosed with PTSD. I suffered a brutal childhood. I'm very candid and very open with y'all. My mother was physically, verbally abusive. She was a drug abuser. What else was she? Then she remarried, and her husband molested me, and he's a sociopath. My father, who I didn't find out, my father's a covert narcissist. My grandparents are narcissists. So it took me 30 years to figure this out. Like you guys, we didn't know that we were raised up in this. We knew something was wrong, but we did not know there was a name for it. And there's always the one scapegoat in the family. We picked up the bad behaviors. I absolutely picked up narcissistic traits because I was raised in it. How could you not pick? It'd be foolish of you and me to deny being a narcissist. Well, excuse me, being, having narcissistic traits, okay? Because there's a difference. If you were raised by narcissistic parents, I don't care how much of an empath you are going to pick up the traits. I cannot tell you, I got to reiterate that. It isn't until you break free from your family and you stop dating, you're celibate, you get rid of everyone toxic, the toxic friendships. You clean house, get rid of everybody. You isolate, you go to therapy, and you start looking in that mirror and you start getting rid of those toxic traits. And even like you take feedback from people. You take feedback from people, like if people are pointing out things that you're doing and you didn't realize they were harmful or offensive, you work on yourself. And trust me, over time, you will get rid of those toxic traits. And that's another reason why your family will be pissed at you, because your family have groomed you and trained you to go out into the world and just be toxic towards people and also accept toxicity into your life and to be codependent. If you have a platform and you speak out against narcissistic abuse and you trigger people to bully you, you trigger the trolls, they're going to start calling you narcissistic. I get that all the time. And my thing is this: why get upset? It's nothing to get. If you're not a narcissist, you know you're not a narcissist. You've been to therapy. You've been clinically diagnosed. Why get upset? For what? What you need to do And I'm giving you some solid sound advice, because either if you're co-parenting and you can't escape being around narcissists because you co-parent, you can try this technique. If you are a content creator and you're a public figure and you're open to trolls attacking you, I need you to try this technique, because it is impossible to go no contact. And blocking people, when you block, it gets repetitive. After a while, as your platform blows up, you're not going to be able to sit and go through your comments and block everybody. It's too time consuming. However, when people come along, when these trolls come along and gaslight you, or let's just say somebody in the community, another content creator attacks you and calls you a narcissist and you know that you're not, smile and say, you know what? You're absolutely right. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. If you feel I'm a narcissist, I will back you up. Start agreeing with them. Don't argue. Just agree with them. And I'm going to tell you what this does when you agree with them. It's going to piss them off. Because what you all have to remember, narcissists, because of their deep-rooted insecurities, everything in their head is a competition. You have no idea that they have created this imaginary competition in the back of their heads with you. So when you say I'm going right, they're deliberately going to go left. They have to one up you on everything. Anything you can do, I can do better. That's the mentality. Anything that you, the empath, can do, I can do better because I'm the narcissist. They're always in competitive mode. They always got to one up you. They always got to step on your head so they can look. That's how insecure, their insecurities are so loud. So what happens when you start agreeing? Don't go against them. Just agree with everything. If you know who you are, especially if you know who you are in Christ, you have nothing to prove to anybody. Why even get in an argument? You know what you just say? You know what? I agree with you. If you feel I'm a narcissist, I totally agree with you. Have a blessed day. It's going to piss them the fuck off. Because the last thing a narcissist wants you to do is to agree with them. They love when you go back and forth. They deliberately say shit to piss you off so you can go back and forth with them. You're the adversary. It's got to be competitive. It's got to be me versus you, you versus me. I like this back and forth. It's giving me supply. But what happens when you cooperate with the narcissist and you just agree? Yeah, you're right. I am a narcissist. Tell me more about myself. Oh, you think I'm a cheater? I think you're absolutely right. I am a cheater. What else? Tell me more about myself. Oh, I'm vulgar? You're right. Oh, what else about me? I'm ghetto? You're right about that too. I agree. Start agreeing with them and watch how it pisses them off. Because when you agree with them, you don't give them anything to one up you on. They don't want that. They want you to go against them. They want you to fight and go tit for tat with them. No. To dismantle the gaslighting, agree with them. Let them call you a narcissist. You know what you are. You don't have, who the fuck are they? You don't got to prove yourself to them because they're fucking irrelevant. They're weak. They're insecure. What do you look like proving yourself to someone that's beneath you? And I don't mean that in an arrogant way, but they technically they are, and they know that they are, which is why they attack you, because they know you're greater than them. So agree with them. When they start gaslighting, when they start saying, you know what? You're bitter, you're angry, you're going to die alone. You know what you say? You're absolutely right. I am bitter. I'm bitter to the core, and I can't wait to die alone. I totally agree with you. Anything else you want to add to the list? Do them like that. I guarantee you they're going to be boiling fucking mad, and they're not going to leave you alone. They're still going to stalk you. They're going to stalk you and wonder, like, how does she do it? How does she wiggle up out of it every time? We can't get her to fucking fall off her pedestal. fuck this bitch, you're going to piss them off. So every time anyone calls me a narcissist in this community or anywhere else, you're absolutely right. Anything else you want to add to the list? Go on and have a blessed day. Because I'm not going to sit up and prove myself to nobody. Those that know already know. That's why I make it a point to get out in these streets. That's why I went on a national tour, because I'm not going to let people get to know me behind a computer screen. I get in people's faces. You get to meet me face to face. You get to read my eyes. I don't do sunglasses. You can read my eyes. You can read my spirit. You can read my warmth. You can see my aura. You can talk to me, get to feel me. You can hug me. I'm personable. The frauds sit behind the computer screen. I get out here and I want people to read me from head to toe. So therefore, I don't have to prove myself. Just get out here and do the work of the Lord and be authentic. And when they start the gaslighting, agree with them. That's how you shut down gaslighting. 2022, I promise y'all, I want y'all to test it out. Test it out. The next time somebody gaslights you, they call you a narcissist, they call you bitter, they call you angry. I don't care if it's your family members, whoever is doing this to you, take this advice. If you can't go no contact right away, just simply agree with them. You know what? I agree with you. You're absolutely right. I am a narcissist. I am a cheater. Yup, I am a troublemaker. What else? Yeah, I am messy. Keep going. You want me to help you add more to the list? Start agreeing with them and watch how you fuck them up. Because a narcissist, their whole, the way that they get supply is by triggering you to go back and forth with them. That's it. They get the supply off the reaction. But what happens when you agree with everything they're saying about you? There's nothing for them to fight against. I mean, try it out. Let's try it out. And if anyone has already tried it, let's talk about it in the comments section. Otherwise, I'm going out into this cold. I got to go get my second shot, my second vaccination today. Oh, COVID. I wasn't going to do the vaccination at all, but I travel and I will be going to Toronto, Canada this year. This will be my first time in Toronto, and they're not accepting any US citizens unless they're fully vaccinated. So Toronto, you are the reason I got vaccinated, because I was an anti-vaxxer. But I am going to get my second shot today, and Toronto, I will be seeing y'all later on this year. All right. You guys have a blessed day. It's the Spiritual Whistleblower. Love you much.